What's up? What it is, YouTube? It's your boy Don't Play Trent, checking in live from the lab. Back at it again with another video here on a little account where I give you guys tips and tricks on how to grow a little account into a big deal. So, without further ado, we're going to jump straight into. As promised, y'all already know I am live trading this $1,000 account. And I want to walk you guys through the trade that I took last night. So today is Monday. March 20 something, March 24th, Monday. So yesterday, last night, Sunday, I was looking at the market and I was basically, let me stop talking and just show y'all on the charts. So, let's go through Monday. So this was Sunday night. Sunday, let's first of all make this all one trade. So let's go to view details. Actually, let's go to trades and then we're going to bulk these trades because this is all pretty much just one trade. And this is so this was my initial trade. I need to highlight this one. And this is the trade that I took Sunday. I'm gonna walk you guys through this trade. Let me just put in my notes. And stop loss was 193.250. Let's go back to stop loss. 193.250, and then profit target was 194.225, which it fucking hit. 225. And that can't be right. Was I risking that much? I don't think I was risking that much. Hmm. 193.475. So what does it have my entry at? It may have been this. It may have been. I'm trying to remember what the fuck happened. Where is the fucking trade? Okay. Um, yeah. So I entered, I think, 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock is 2000. I mean, not 2000. What am I talking about? So 840. Yeah. So it was literally like right after this, after price broke the structure, I entered. I'm gonna show you guys on Trading View my thought process and my entry on this trade. But yeah, so this is basically the target that I was looking for. But the only reason why I ended up taking this trade, only reason why I ended up, so I entered right here on TradingView. This was my actual entry. As soon as price broke over this structure, as soon as price broke over this structure is why I ended up entering this trade. And the only reason why I got out of this trade is because I just wasn't confident. I didn't like the trade. It was, for me, it was like a C plus setup. You know, it was like a C plus setup, and I really didn't like this trade. So I told myself that if I enter this trade, to be honest, this was a FOMO trade, a fear of missing out, because we entered on Thursday. If you guys watched the previous videos on Thursday, we entered this trade on Thursday right here. Price pushed all the way up, and then price came back down and made us and hit the break even mark. On top of, we entered a second trade here because I thought price was going to retest this zone here and then continue to shoot up. So on Friday we entered this trade, and this trade actually came and hit stop loss. But this trade was not a bad trade, but it was just a continuation trade from the Thursday's trade. So Thursday's trade pulled back and broke even, and then Friday's trade pulled back and hit stop loss. And then Friday later on, after I was already mentally drained, later in the day around 11:30, price took the fuck off. So I was like, at this point I was already mentally drained. I told myself that it was Friday, that I wasn't on trade anymore, and just basically just let this move fucking do what it do. And then Sunday, once the market opened, you see that the same move that I was in is fucking now pushing up. So I'm like, fuck. And I'm on Zoom with everybody, and still everybody who entered this trade was still in profit and shit. And that shit was just like had me mad as fuck in a sense, mad at the market. It's like why you do me like that? So I ended up trying to basically like a fear of missing out trade slash. It was a good trade. Don't get me wrong, it was a good trade setup as far as price broke structure. And I had a feeling that price was going to continue to push up to my TP area, which was right here at this weekly resistance 194.225, which it did. So I was just trying to catch like a quick 70, 60, 70 pip move, but I didn't like my setup. So I didn't like it. Like I said, for me, it's a C plus setup. I really didn't like the setup. On top of, I really don't like trading Sundays. Sunday night, rarely ever trade Sundays. But I really don't like trading Sundays and Mondays. But I say, you know what? Hey, I felt that this trade was going to be a runner. So I say, you know what? If price breaks this level, I'm going to enter this trade, and then I'm just going to immediately make my trades break even. Just me satisfying my fear of missing out. So I'm like, only way I enter this trade is if I make this trade break even, which I ended up doing. So once I entered here at 193.475, price came in profit a little bit. I made the trades break even. Price came back, hit break even. And as we can see, price pushed up. So initially, this was turned out to be a great setup, a great trade. I just wasn't as confident in the trade because of me carrying over Friday's trade, like me carrying over the feelings and the emotions that I have from Friday's trade of me missing this whole move. So kept it light Sunday night. Didn't want to ruin the momentum into the week. So I just went ahead and took a not a stupid trade, but just a fear of missing out trade. As long as I made them risk free, I was kind of like, hey, what the heck? But my stop loss was, as you can see, price never even came to hit my stop loss, not even close. It was a perfect trade, perfect entry. It's just a perfect trade. Perfect entry, just low confidence. It's just a low confidence ass trade. So this is why I just went ahead and make them broke even and got right back out. So let's go ahead and track that. The direction we was going for a buy. This was entry time frame. It was on the 1 hour time frame, I believe. And this was a random line. So this was a random zone right here at the 1 hour. I don't believe. It was also a 4 hour zone as well. So even on the 4 hour, this was a break of structure on the 4 hour chart. Comes back and retests it and then continues to push up. But initially it was a random line zone there. As far as what I saw was on the 1 hour, and I saw it breaking the 1 hour zone. Wasn't a second trade, didn't use the Bollinger Band, no trend line, confidence level, very low. It was a low confidence ass trade. There was no fibs involved, emotion, like I said, FOMO, fear of missing out. I was not distracted, no mistakes. Pre-market sweet work session. This was, I think it's a Sydney session. So Sydney, I think that's how you spell Sydney. Let me figure out how to spell fucking Sydney. Even if it was Sydney session. Go Google. Okay, SYDN. Yo. Hey, they let me know what you needed. Alright, I'm finna look it up. Okay. And if you know me, you know I cannot fucking spell for shit. But I can read graphs and charts and count money. So I can make up for it. There was a weekend gap. I believe there was. Damn, look at this bitch still pushing up. Nope, there was no weekend. I think it was a weekend gap on the lower time frames. Yes. So it was a gap, but we didn't catch the gap. We wasn't trying to catch the gap. But there was a gap on the lower time frames. Stupid trade. Yes, you could put kind of grade level trade. C plus. So the C plus setup. And we can mark this as review. And basically, we're on to the next trade. So it ended up making like $6 once price pulled back and broke even. Ended up making like $6 on the trade. So as long as we didn't lose anything, and that's the most important thing when catching these type of trades, is that we didn't lose any money. And I just followed my rules as far as if I'm going to enter and satisfy my fear of missing out trade, I must get into a break even trade. So that's that. Right now, I am pretty much waiting for. I didn't even start my day on this trade either. Basically a no trade day so far. Um, Overall recap: no trade day so far. Price has been pushing up with no chance for entry. So basically, when it comes to trades like these, price pretty much like never came back. All the way from London session. Like there was really no key area or key entry that we could have found when it to try to catch the continuation of this trade. This is the last break of structure right here, which happened at like 1, 2 in the morning, when price come down and retests this level. But entering anywhere up in here is just not smart, right? So now we just have to wait until price gives us a proper setup to where we can actually enter this trade. And this is the next trade that I'm actually eyeing right now, which is a sell. Remember, I know I am on a higher time frame. Excuse me. I know I am in on a bullish right now, bullish momentum, bullish market, but I am trying to catch the retracement. So my goal right now is to try to capitalize off of this retracement move. So let's pull this up here. Let's delete this previous fib. We could delete all of this because actually, let me just screenshot it and add it to the notes. And let's make this entry. This was the entry. So entry, stop loss, take profit here. And this was the Sunday's trade that I need to document. I think this was for. Let me go to Sunday. Yeah, this was Sunday's trades. As of now, we may catch a trade on GJ. I want to try to catch this sell or time this sell. Okay, why are we doing stupid stuff? Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. So that is that. Here, and then we can basically let's go back to Monday, and pretty much can finish this day because this was basically a no trade day so far. And so basically a no trade day. What I am trying to do is I am trying to time and catch this sale. So I am looking at a opportunity. I understand I am trading against the trend, so this is a trade that I do not want to hold. I just want to get in, get my pips, and get out because I would like to enter back in on the buy. So this is going to be my fib level from my most recent swing low to my most recent swing high. And price gives us a signal candle at on the 1 hour. Okay, and GJ has news coming out at 2 o'clock. I feel like I got something in my nose. Damn. I ain't no booger. So what the fuck? Anyway, so GJ is about to have some news come out. Let's actually check the news and see what the hell going on. High news, high news, high news. Or is it JPY? Okay, I don't see any news. What are they talking about? News coming out at 10. I mean, 2 o'clock. There's a speech happening. Okay, so there's a speech, but medium high news in a sense. But anyway, so this is the signal candle that I believe that I just found on the 1 hour chart, and it happened right here at our weekly resistance level. So we go on a weekly time frame, we can see that on the weekly chart, this is where price had opened at, the most recent price, as far as the sellers, where the sellers came in at and pushed price down, which is how we were able to find our weekly resistance. So we get the signal candle, which is right here on the 1 hour, which is the bearish engulfing candle that happens at the weekly resistance. And now I'm looking to, and price has already broken structure on the lower time frames as far as shifted structure. So on a 5-minute chart, price has went from an uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows, as you can see. And then price makes a high and then breaks structure, breaks all of this, and makes a low, breaking these structures. And now I'm assuming this will be the lower high to continue on the lower low on the lower time frame. So I'm trying to catch a short-term downtrend on the on GJ. There's news coming out at 10 minutes, but I believe that price, if price is what I would like to see, let's delete some of this stuff. We already have our screenshot. Let's clean up our charts real quick. I'm going to just show you guys this trade that I'm anticipating or plan on catching. So I understand I am going against the trend. I don't like trading against the trend. However, if it makes sense, there's always money to be made. I am aware of that I'm trading against the trend, so I'm going to be very precise on my entries and exits. I'm not going to hold anything. I'm not going to also, I'm going to expect for price to continue to go back up. So what I would like to do is first make my stop loss 20 pips. This is going to be my entry level right here at this weekly resistance. As soon as price starts to trade below this weekly resistance, I'm going to be looking for my entry. My TP is going to be, I would like price to come back and retest this area here, which is also confluent with our 50 fib level. So my TP1 is going to be here, but I am going to be aware of my 38 as well. If price does come, once it hits, if I was to enter this trade, everything presents itself. Once it hits the 38 level, I am going to make these trades break even, because 38 is a very strong level. Price does decide to come back and find some support at this 38% level, then I am going to basically get out of this trade and look for some buy opportunities, while my sells will be break even. However, my TP1 is going to be at this 50% retracement, which is about 80 pip move. That's TP1, and TP2 is going to be at the 61. Well, actually, TP1 is going to be 60 pips. TP2 will be 70 pips. So in a sense, it's TP1 will be most likely right here at 183,400, about 80 pips. 90 pips will be TP2. 100 pips will be TP3. And TP4, final TP will be right here at the 61. And I don't want to look for no more sales. I'll be looking for nothing but buy opportunities if price gets into this area. So TP, my last TP is going to be right here at this 61. So like I said, this is the trade setup that I'm looking to catch. It's Monday already late in the day, so I really didn't plan on trading. I really don't like trading on Mondays, but for opportunity presents itself, then I don't mind taking a good trade setup. So everything else that I'm seeing, price is currently at a high in this area. I am seeing rejections coming from this area. See all these wicks? So this is a wick from here. And if you go on the 4 hour, we also have a nice big rejection from the 4 hour. So all of this rejection coming out of this area looks good as far as price does not want to continue to move up. And then we get the signal on the lower time frame, I believe, where here's the 1 hour bearish engulfing, where price comes back in, close, eats these two, eats this candle. And basically, I'm looking for price to now start trending down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hop on the lower time frames and put me an alert on my 194.225 area. Let's add me an alert. And if price sets my alert, I'm going to come back. If price starts to look bearish, I'm going to check the strength. If GBP is looking kind of weak, then I am going to be entering for a sell, trying to catch about 60 to 100 pips with a 20 pip stop loss. So initially my stop loss is going to be right above this high. If price does start to reverse, it's going to be right above this high. And my TP is going to be here at the 50. So this is a potential trade setup that I have so far. And we'll see if this trade, like it's already in the afternoon, it's already like 2 p.m. So it's already late in the day. This will either be a setup for tonight or tomorrow. But the goal is to, of course, get back in on the buys. I just need to get a nice retracement and wait for price to come to me in order for me to get back in on the buys. But I don't mind taking the sells so I can get back in on the buys. So it's just me being aware of where I am on the charts. But that is the third trade so far. So let's go back to the dashboard. And the account is now, I think, at 998. So we end up making like $6 last night. 998 is where we are with this current account. And it's currently Monday, March 24th. So that is, like I said, that is the trade for today, or the trade that I'm looking for. Continue to keep trading in front of y'all and showing you guys each and every trade and my thought process and how we're actually going to build this account the right way. So if you guys found any value to this video, please don't forget to subscribe to your boy, hit that like button, and hit that bell notification to get alerted every time a video like this drop. But it's Don't Play Trent I am checking out, and I will see you guys on the next video.